Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. Um, I just want to thank everyone who was watching my latest video. Here comes the judgment card. Doing a little play on laughing when they used to have the the catchphrase. Here comes the judge. I was catching up on some video watching earlier, so I got to watch some of Libby's videos. If you haven't checked it out, check out her channel, Meister Tarot. Someone in the comments had made a mention that Brian Taylor Cohn had a who was the guy that was? Had Mark Elias on his show, and they were talking about the election fraud. And let's just say it was tough to listen to that. As many of you might have noticed, I posted up on the community page the email contact information for the White House. So you just click on the hyperlink I provided. You can send an email to President Biden. You can send an email to Kamala Harris. Rest assured, they're probably not reading the emails. They're probably, they've got some group of staff that are monitoring the email inboxes, and they're kind of looking more at the title. And I think the title that seems to be the good default is called the election security. And so I think what they're probably more likely doing is doing more of a count of how much feedback they're getting on a certain topic. You know, they ask for a lot of metadata, you know, your first, your last name and address and all this other nonsense. But so they're collecting metadata on it. But it's more... the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? So the more we squeak, the more likely they're going to at least give it some attention. Now, watching the Brian Tyler Cohn episode with Mark Elias was really disheartening, because Mark Elias was basically saying, no, there was no election interference. You know, it's just, the Democrats can't go whining around the way the Republicans were in 2020, blah, 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 blah. And I think Chuck Schumer was kind of parroting the same message. And, you know, it's... part of me wonders, is this just a Democratic deep fake? But then the other part of me is like, I don't think the Democrats understand what a deep fake is. I mean, they just... it wouldn't make sense. Okay, great, yeah, maybe you're keeping Trump off balance and looking the other way. But at the same time... you're kind of placating MAGA. So now you're telling MAGA that, oh yeah, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Your man's going to get in. Yay, MAGA. Is that really the message you want to throw out there? It's not the message I'd want to throw out there. I'd at least want to sow some reasonable doubt. Well, you know, there's someone, you know, I would say something more like, well, there was some unusual behavior or characteristics in the voting, and you know, we're going to take a look at it and just, you know, look at it and see if there's anything unusual going on. You know, I would note it and downplay it, so at least you're planting the seed. But they're just flat out coming out and saying, no, the election was free and fair, and the Democrats, you know, were being blamed for the economy or being blamed for Israel's war in Gaza, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, you know, it's so frustrating watching that. And it's disheartening, you know, because we've got all these great readers saying, no, it's there's funny business. And even, you know, I'm not a great reader, but David and I are both like, yeah, the cards seem to say there's funny business. And it's really kind of a kick in the face, right? You know, so it's, I was walking home from work and just thinking about that and trying not to get too down about it, because as we know, the energies change. The readings I had last night were pretty strong and pretty positive on it, and then you got to get kicked in the face by, you know, a couple of leading Democrats, and even Biden's not. If he's doing something, man, he's holding his hand close to the vest, man. He should be in the World Series of Poker. So I just wanted to do a reading, couple of readings. Do the Democrats, like Mark Elias, and I don't know if Mark Elias is really a Democrat. I think he's just more of a political analyst. But do the Democrats truly believe that right now that the vote was free and fair? I think that's a reasonable start to this, and we'll just sort of go from there. The readings I've been doing suggest that Russia's going to take a victory lap on us and start releasing information. I think Dave was calling it in his video. Just gonna just let it a little more, like Chinese water torture type of thing. It's like, how much can you take before you finally start crying uncle, right? So for entertainment purposes only, does Democratic leadership truly believe that the election was free and fair? Okay. Okay, I think I can end this reading now. The foundation of the reading is the Tower card. Okay, so the Tower is, the collapsing of an institution. Okay, I guess I can read this two ways. Of course, my knee-jerk reaction is, hell no, they don't think it's free and fair. Matter of fact, they're seeing that our supposedly safe election system has been completely compromised, and that the results are complete crap, and this is going to shake the foundations of this country. The other way you could look at it is, yes, the election was free and fair, and Trump's going to take over and shake the foundations of this country. Okay, so we get to the same end game. It's just who controls the rebuild, right? The challenge is the Four of Wands. That celebration, celebrating little things in life, the joys of life. In this case, this could be the celebration of our democracy, voting freely, having elections that aren't corrupt. So once again, this read can go a couple ways. Underneath it all is the Ace of Cups. Okay, now that's an interesting card. That's a new emotion, just strong new emotions. Now, once again, it could be read both ways. The new emotion could be, oh crap, Trump's coming back into power. There goes our ability to have free elections and uncompromised elections, and we're very sad by that. Or you could look at it, our democratic system has been, our election system has been corrupted. We have to do something so that we can have free and fair elections in the future, and this is scary times for us. So far, once again, the explanation can vary, but the end result is about the same. For you and me, anyways. In the past, okay, that makes sense. In the past is the Six of Cups, when there was no doubt about free and fair elections and the integrity of the data. You just trusted the institutions, you trusted the political parties. There was no political party that was going to undermine the representative democracy that we currently enjoy, that we've enjoyed for the last 248 odd years. That's in the past. Current energy, the Hierophant, the government. The government is at risk here. It's either the government's at risk because Trump wants to install an authoritarian style government, or the government's at risk here because the will of the voters has been subverted. Overarching energy is the Five of Swords. Knowing when to walk away and knowing when to fight. So the question was, are the Democrats knuckling under? Do they really truly believe that the election wasn't stolen? I think some want to fight, some want to walk away. I think the ones that are walking away are the ones that don't want to believe that our election integrity could have been corrupted, that there was shenanigans going on. This could also be, how Trump is, and MAGA, they're always going to take a victory lap. They fight. They don't know when to stop. They just rub your face in it more and more and more. Although I'm kind of leaning towards the Democrats at this point versus another Trump reading. the lesson to be learned, the Eight of Pentacles, putting in the work, doing the hard part, putting in the effort to create things of value. Could be following the money. I think in this case, the lesson to be learned is if there's corruption, you got to go look for it. You can't just walk away and say, oh, we lost. No, pick up the damn sword and let's fight and let's find this thing. We got to put in the effort. The good news is they're doing a recount in Pennsylvania. The bad news is my understanding is that it might not be a full hand recount. It might be through a machine that hasn't been used in the electoral, when they did the original election counting. Okay, that could be good or bad news. Certainly the good news is it'll speed everything up. The bad news is if there's malware or if they have the ability to change the outcome in the machine itself, then you're just going to get the same result that you got with the other infected machines. Or if it was a free and fair election and we're about to lose our representative democracy because the U.S. is populated with a bunch of xenophobia, racist, sexist, misogynistic bigots. Your choice. I'm not on fire. I'm starting to channel my brother, I think. The outcome here, oh, God damn it. That damn Four of Pentacles is coming back to haunt me again. Okay, the outcome is that Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles, I read it as two ways. This could be, Trump holding on and everything is going to be mine. I've got the Senate, I've got the House, I've got the executive branch. I am now in control of all the resources. The alternative meaning is it could be Biden protecting the democracy. And this whole messaging currently is designed to maybe keep the Republicans off their balance. I know what I'm thinking it is. And, it's once again, it's I don't want to get down on this. That damn Four of Pentacles keeps popping up on my readings, and it's a card that makes me very uncomfortable. And once again, I think that the energy is still swirling on this, and we haven't picked our path forward yet. I'm encouraged because like Sterling's reading and Cash Peters' reading and Libby's readings, those are the ones that I've watched so far. They're all very pointing at, there's been shenanigans going on and they'll be uncovered. And Biden will reluctantly use his presidential immunity powers to hold off on the inauguration until this has been fully investigated, and then Kamala Harris will take over. That gives me hope. That gives me a glimmer of light and hope, right? We just might not be there yet. And damn it, if they don't look, they're not going to find it, right? I mean, if they look and they don't find it, fine. You know what? We just have to bite the bullet, accept the fact that somehow Trump got in. Whether it was legal or not legal, he got in, and we just couldn't find it in time. But if they don't even look, all of us on this channel are going to be pissed off. I know I'm pretty even-keeled about it, but man, I'm going to be ticked. And there's no way you're going to convince me in the next 4 years that it wasn't stolen. And I'm praying to God that my kids have an opportunity to vote in a presidential election again 4 years from now. That 2024 wasn't their first and only opportunity to do that. Damn it. If you like Trump, that's fine. But you know what? Think about your damn kids and your grandkids and what's best for them. Just a bunch of angry old white guys hoping that they won't have to pay so much in taxes. God. Entertainment purposes only. Did I mention that? Okay. So let's take a look one more time. Will the Democrats change their tune in time? Will the Democrats find election fraud and change their tune? Okay, entertainment purposes only. Shuffling this deck, so I know this is exciting for you. Listening to me shuffling my deck here. Okay, here we go. Felt like a good cut. Let's see what we got. Will the Democrats change their tune in time? Okay. All right. Foundation rating is 10 of Pentacles. It's about the legacy. It's kind of a completion of a cycle too, but it's about the legacy of the United States and looking at our 248 years of representative democracy, that's been around for the old people, that's been around for the younger people, that hopefully will be around for our kids. The challenge is Ace of Wands. Okay, yeah. So I think they're gonna come around. They're gonna look at the legacy and say, "Oh my God, this experiment, this grand experiment, we can't give up on it. We've got, there's a new message." That's that speak softly but carry a big stick. This is the Democrats' challenge, is coming up with the messaging that something bad has happened, and we have to get the message out so that everyone accepts that this is not just political blustering, that this is an actual problem, and that bad things have happened and we need to correct it. But what's encouraging is it's the Ace of Wands, which is a strong message. This is no pussyfooting around. This is something that's strong. The energy underneath, of course, the Five of Wands, the Hillbilly Brawl card. This strong message can create a lot of chaos and confusion, and create some people that are going to panic or start, pointing fingers and whatnot, right? This is exactly what Putin wants. He wants chaos in the United States because it weakens us. And he needs us weak because he needs some way out of Ukraine, and he's hoping that Trump will give him that way out. In the past, so it's funny how this card keeps coming up. Okay, so in the past, this was the overarching energy. In the past, we weren't, we had people walking away when other people were saying, no, stick around and fight. So, but that's in the past now. The current energy, God, another Ace of Cups. The current energy is what used to be the underneath energy. The Ace of Cups, that's strong emotion. We've got a strong message, and now we've got strong emotions. People are pissed. We got to make this like, I think David said this. This has to be our Pearl Harbor moment, or our September 11th moment, if you will, where we put our differences aside and we come together as a nation saying, this is not acceptable. We will not stand for this. Allies, a group of people with a common enemy. And right now, we need that. It's a strong, strong emotion. Overarching energy is the Four of Swords. We have to think about what's the best path forward for this country. We need to be contemplative about it. We can't be rash with our messaging, and we can't be rash with the emotions. We have to think what's the best way forward. Biden needs to think, what is the best for this country? And I've heard other readers say, I think it was Libby who said, he will use his power eventually, but it'll be kind of like the last, he won't want to use it. It's kind of a last resort thing, but he's going to have to use it. All right. Sorry, not sorry. The Supreme Court thought they were giving it to Trump, but they gave it to you thinking you never use it. Guess what? You're probably going to have to use it, or this democracy is going to die. The lesson to be learned is that the tech bros and the oligarchs, they are trying to put the voter out in the snow. They're trying to get us away from representative democracy and more to an authoritarian oligarchy, where they control it and not the will of the voters. The outcome is the Ten of Wands. You know what? We've got a burden here. We've got the burden of proof. We've got a lot of work to do to correct the damage that's been done. Not only to secure the voting systems, but also to heal the divide that has been thrust upon us over the last 8 years of politics with Trump. We've never been so divided as a nation. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Once again, for entertainment purposes only. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm an old guy throwing cards. What the hell do I know, right? That's what the trolls say, anyways. But we need hope. Don't give up hope. I've seen a couple of comments where people are just saying it's Trump's going to get in and it's over. It's over and done with. Done and dusted, I think, is the term that Libby might use. But no, it's not over. We can still fight. It's that Five of Swords. Don't walk away when there's still some fight left out there. Once again, if Trump won this fair and square, fine. I'll take it on the chin. I'll look at the mirror of the United States thinking, I didn't think we were nearly this racist, but apparently we are. But if they cheated, God damn it, I'm going to fight. Excuse me for using the Lord's name in vain. Gosh darn it, we fight. And we fight like hell, just like Trump says. Listen to your favorite president. You got to fight, and fight like hell. Otherwise, you're going to lose your country. He's right. He just didn't realize he was the one that was going to destroy the country, along with his good buddy Vlad. So, anyways, there's a good fire and brimstone reading for you. It's not something I normally do. I'm usually a lot more upbeat. I'm channeling someone David right now. But the fact of the matter is, when I'm under stress, my management style completely changes. I'm usually pretty laid back and light and kind of lighthearted and fun, but when I'm under stress, I go into data collection mode and command and control mode. You're seeing command and control mode. So I'm fine. We'll get through this. Here comes the normal Gary. But we can't lose faith. So if you haven't done it, take a look at our community page. There's a link to the emails or to the White House website where you can send an email to Biden and to Harris. I imagine there's probably other emails to your local congressman or senator that you could also send out. It's a popularity contest. The more we flood it, the more they're going to have to pay attention to it, because that's how they do these things. Don't worry if what you write isn't going to be, basis for a PhD thesis. Just get something on there. Put words on paper. Try not to be too emotional about it. I mean, you can be somewhat emotional. That's fine. But just get it out there. Don't worry if it's not ready for a Nobel Prize, okay? So once again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I read all the comments and I respond to many of them. You guys have been absolutely wonderful through this. This is stressful for all of us. And once again, for all of you blue dots in red states or blue dots in a red family, this is a safe place for you. We're here for you. This whole community on this channel and the other channels, David's channels, Libby's channels, Linda G's, all of us, we're here. It's a safe place to let your hair down and let your fears and concerns out. We can get you through it. The whole idea is get the temperature down. Everyone take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. We'll support each other. We can get through this if we stick together. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye. Oh, hey, I forgot one important thing. Becoming the favorite segment of the show other than not David. The secret card. Okay, so let's see. What is today's secret card and what does it mean? Oh, okay, the deck wants this to be the secret card. The secret card is the star. The star in this case is our representative democracy, and we're going to do everything we can to protect it. Have a great night, folks. Bye.